सो गाइस फाइनली हम लाइव आ चुके हैं और आज मेरे को बाकी का आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट करना है। लास्ट टाइम मैंने आधा करके छोड़ दिया था, उसके बाद तो मेरा कोई आता पता ही नहीं था। हमें पता है मैं थोड़ा बहुत आलसी हूँ, पर कोई ना, आज कंप्लीट करेंगे बाद बाकी का जो आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट बचा है मेरा। तो लेट्स गो। और हाँ, बाकी का अगर मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत पुल्स मिला तो फुरीना पे भी करूँगा। 10 पुल होने के बाद ही, फिलहाल 5 है। आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट करके मेरे को कम से कम 5.5 तो मिल ही जाएंगे, जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, प्रीमोस। तो बाकी का भी हो जाएगा ना। लेट्स गो, स्टार्ट करते हैं आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट हमारा। आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट, क्वेस्ट नहीं क्वेस्ट। गेम का साउंड मेरा बहुत ही कम रखा है, लास्ट टाइम मैंने कम किया था, वो बढ़ाना भूल गया। इसको कर दो 8 है क्या भाई, बहुत इनफ है मेरे लिए। और क्वेस्ट को एक्सेप्ट करो सबसे पहले। सॉन्ग्स ऑफ द वल्कन मून एक्ट 4। ओ वहां पे जाना है। आगे चलो। अच्छा, इस जगह का नाम ना कैरेटोरियम ऑफ सीक्रेट्स, कैरेटोरियम कुछ ऐसा ही होता है जो प्रोनाउंस वगैरह। चल मेरे को, अरे यहाँ पे क्या है, चेक द मैसेज। नहीं, मेरे को मैसेज वगैरह चेक नहीं करना। ओपन द डोर प्लीज। चलो एंटर द स्पेस। अब स्टार्ट हो रहा है हमारा नेफर का स्टोरी क्वेस्ट। पिछली बार भाई इतना बड़ा क्वेस्ट है, सच बता रहा हूँ। बहुत ही बड़ा क्वेस्ट है ये।
Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curatorium's labor policy.
I'm sorry? What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait, how long have I been standing?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago. Boss, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole
I think यहाँ से हमारा जो नेफर का स्टोरी है वो स्टार्ट होता है इसके बाद से, probably.
But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All thoughts and actions that occur in here are just a result of pawns moving across the chessboard in a carefully calculated manner. And nobody has access to this chess set but me.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening now?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Okay,
Boss,
हमको बाहर
it's
निकाल।
fine. Really, let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What? Really?
Yes, really. Where would I ever find another employee as obedient and servile as you? God forbid anything ever happens to you.
ये शर्मा गई जहोड़ा।
Well,
इसका जो रिएक्शन है बहुत बढ़िया लगता है मेरे
thinking
को,
of
जहोड़ा का
fetching some
रिएक्शन।
water. There's gotta be a source around here somewhere. I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. We gotta conserve our energy. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical sense, Mentally speaking, it's all real. And so is our tiredness and fatigue. You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it isn't physical doesn't mean it's any less serious. But anyway, I got your backs, so don't worry about a thing.
Don't I have the best employees? Jealous much?
If we can find a suitable time, I'd love to borrow Yehoda for a day to help out at the Frost Moon Scions. Would you be amenable to that, Boss Neffer?
अरे भाई ये भी इसको बॉस बोल रही है हाँ
Oh, Lama. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking no matter what we encounter. And don't disturb the chess pieces. You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
hey आई थिंक ये वाला जो नेवर का स्टोरी क्वेस्ट ये थोड़ा शॉर्ट है मिनिमम 60 मिनट्स का होगा तो मेरे को पता है
This place looks
वो
familiar.
सुमेरु का ये आरू विलेज है ना आई
That's
थिंक
not a good sign.
आरू विलेज में भी
There's someone up ahead.
उसी जगह का तरह है
Time for a little chat.
मे बी
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait,
इज दैट
Oh.
इट
It's
इज हिम
there you are. Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news for you.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change? I know
Oh, you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
मैं शिलोलिन वगैरह यहाँ पे यूज कर सकता कितना जल्दी पहुँच पाता आलसी हो गया हूँ मैं मवी का शिलोलिन ये सब यूज करते करते
Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to get in his good books and I need a way in.
Get in his good books?
What do you
Why?
want?
What do you want with...
I've written a new song. I was hoping
आई
to
थिंक
showcase
निफर
it
का
at the
यहाँ पे
next
बचपन वगैरह कुछ
festival.
दिखाया जा रहा है पर
I'll need his
इसका बच्चन
approval.
वाला लुक नहीं
A new
दिखा रहा
song,
है
huh?
ये लोग लाइक
I'd love to
एज अ
stay and
पीओवी से
listen.
लाइक निफर
Unfortunately,
छोटी
Uncle
है
Retinue
ऐसा
says my
कुछ है
dad's
मेरे को
looking for
लग
me.
रहा है
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords.
Pile of stones. Got it.
चलो
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. The aftermath of a sandstorm is no... I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out
Rush.
to fix our water supply problem, and now
I'm
I'm
back which means
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a good while.
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving in. You wouldn't be spending all your time out searching for new water sources.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty, onto better things. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. I've told you all the stories. And look at us now. Squeezed into these hovels. No one would choose this, if it wasn't for the endless wars over the years. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave me some contacts in return for my assistance in the desert.
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. Think of
Think
it
of that
as a
partnership.
partnership. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the best thing for us, and the fastest way to progress.
So, do you get anything good out of being a special ambassador?
Of course. My luck's improving all the time. One day, I swear I'm gonna lead us out of this place.
Okay. नेफर का वॉइस बहुत अच्छा था, लाइक बचपन वाला. हाई एलिमेंटल स्किल का जो ये वो है ना, बहुत ही बढ़िया एनिमेशन जैसे यूज करती है एलिमेंटल स्किल.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well, you've gone from chief to thief, and now you have to face the consequences.
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. You're a liar and a cheat.
I heard Yehoda gasp, but I don't blame her. Most people are terrified by the sight of blood. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers' weapons
ओके,
are
10 पुल तो हो
short
जाएंगे मेरे. ये वाला क्वेस्ट खत्म होते ही
There's a handwritten
बुरीना पे
note on the
करूंगा.
ground.
काश C1 मिल जाए मेरे को,
Let's see what it
मजा आ
says.
जाएगा.
Halil, this
10
is
पुल में अगर
Sinbei,
फुरीना आ गई,
chief of the Shimti tribe.
लाइक
Surely you
ऑलमोस्ट
remember me.
35 पीटी है,
I was
पर
the one who
अर्ली आ
helped
जाती
you
है
and
तो
your
बहुत बढ़िया
colleagues
होगा.
avoid the quicksand in the desert. This is my second time writing to you. I assume my last letter must
बस
have
मिल
gotten
जाए.
lost in the mail, as I didn't receive a reply. I hope this one makes it to you. I'm writing to you because I need some help. That sandstorm the other day completely blocked up our well, forcing me to look for another water source in Iab and Unut territory.
बस ये
It was
क्वेस्ट
a
जल्द से
matter
जल्द
of
खत्म हो.
survival. Praise the gods. The well of the Iab tribe was intact. It was my last resort. You told me to write to you if I ever needed help. You said you'd be my ally. I
Land
urgently
Academia.
need you to formally recognize my title of Special Ambassador and send some of your people to assist me for a few days. It's the only way I can convince them that this was the Academia's decision and prevent
them
them
from
from retaliating.
retaliating.
This is an emergency. Please.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over a sip of...
water.
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some
Maha-
respectable libations.
Mahamatra
This is the
नहीं.
finest
I think
wine
सारे
our
तो
village has to
Mahamatra था,
offer.
Matra ना.
I promise.
General Mahamatra.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses
Serious
serious
academic
academic
potential.
potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take...
I don't reckon.
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid.
So, where are you?
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of your
भाई जरा सा
family?
बचपन का जो
How many of you
appearance
are
तो
there?
दिखाओ तुम लोग.
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters?
No mother, no
Any
father.
who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from
Out of
that,
my
I
family.
have no family.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form.
ऐसा appearance नहीं दिखा रही है, बहुत घटिया चीज है.
Neffer? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
जब एकेडमी का दिखाएगा. अरे आई थिंक ये वो है सेंचुरी ऑफ सरस्ताना, इसी तरफ है ना. हाँ इसी तरफ से जाते हैं मैं भी भूल गया था पर whatever रहने दो.
Neffer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions. I wanted to get your perspective.
Oh? Please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind.
Absolute to
Almost
sir.
too sharp.
I think what you're saying is a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you know why they're like.
Because of where I come from.
I'm different.
Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Neffer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What's the other one?
I wanted to check if someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful, and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become successful.
उस तरफ जाना है. तो मेरे को लाइब्रेरी बहुत बड़ा है यार. Investigate.
This must be it. A big cardboard box. Let's take a...
अरे भाई अटक कैसे गया यहाँ पे? अच्छा. Sit.
A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a Core of 30 representative. What a strange thought. A bunch of mercs losing sleep over rundown buildings. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the Core of 30 had to say about anything. Who was it addressed to?
I did not recognize.
I don't
But it
recognize
must
the
be-
name. But it
Yeah?
must have been a Kasharawar professor.
Ashwar. क्या नाम है भाई?
This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Symptoms.
Below the.
Why do all... Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our minds soared. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense poisoning. The Immorta Darshan strictly prohibits the use of hallucinogenic substances, but I believe there are... For example, my neighbor who always breaks out in... This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would... This next one is addressed to A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region, as per the policy to this effect. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided with educational opportunities, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments and perfunctory tutoring. They do not even have full access to the Akasha system. Education is the fundamental purpose of this institution, which should go without saying in a nation whose founding virtues are knowledge and wisdom.
No.
I ask you, is the lip service we pay to the policy of education for desert students truly the standard of pedagogy to which the academia, as Grand Sage, policy decisions are your prerogative?
Grand
but do
Sage.
not forget your roots. You and I were once students too, as was. I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. I encourage you to discuss issues like this with myself and others, and listen to some alternative. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is... Huh? Sage Cyrus of Spontamod. I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students like me have it in this place. So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up?
Nice.
Nice one, Grand Sage. Really enlightened leadership. Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. I'm not exactly holding out hope that a letter sent from the desert would even make it here. But if it did, I can't believe how much discarded mail there is. Must have been years since someone last went through it all. And this is just one box. The whole House of Dana is boxes on shelves. I don't believe for 1 second that any human being has sat down and read through all the documents in this place. Who has that much free time on their hands? Wait, could this be?
Envelope very
Greetings,
similar.
Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague's aid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased and told me your name. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business, and I therefore see you all as friends. You were kind enough to leave your contact details, so we could stay in touch. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. You were sympathetic towards my plight, promising to make me a special ambassador of the
For the
academia and help us find a better way to better living. This brings me to my reason for writing. There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago, which blocked up the well in our land. To ensure my people's survival, I had no
into a
choice
lab until
but to venture
territory
into
in the
Iyab
search
and
of the
Unut territory
alternate
in
water
search of an
source.
alternate water. The Iyab and Unut are descended from the Thamudians.
Sir.
While we trace our ancestry to
Thamudians.
Tulatala, we worship the Lord of Flowers and have had relatively
Lord
good
of the
relations with our
Flowers.
fellow tribes up until now.
Goddess of flower का नाम चलता है Lord of the
I
Flowers.
found a well belonging to the Iyab tribe. They declined to help us, but I really had no other option. So I took some water to keep me and my tribe alive.
Certain
My actions are certain to incur their wrath. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. That aside, the last time you were here, you mentioned that the academia had started accepting students from the desert. And I told
really
you
about
a little
my
about
daughter Neffer.
Neffer.
Okay.
We have next to no resources here in the desert. and my power and influence are limited. Would you consider enrolling my daughter at the academia? She is a smart girl.
I know
I
she
know
won't
she won't
disappoint you.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. Those
Those
things they
things they
promised were
promised
just
were
empty
empty words.
words. I doubt they even remember the name Sinuhe. And you were so emphatic that your luck had finally changed for the better. You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You spoke with such conviction, like you were the most powerful chief in the whole desert. You liar. You lied about everything. You promised the world and delivered on none of it. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. Despite your best efforts. Which makes you a pathetic liar. You weren't even any good at it. I think I'll take over from here.
Let me
Let
show
me
how it
show
is
you
done.
how it's done.
वो ढकोसला फिर से कराया। बैठा देखना है इसका, रुको जरा। 69 to 30 भाई क्या कॉम्बिनेशन है भाई। 239.9 भाई, 239.9 और 69.9 तो और बढ़िया होता, एकदम मैचिंग।
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
ये नेफर का अपीयरेंस था पुराना वाला।
Neffer? You
अच्छा ये नेफर का नहीं,
packed your bags.
तब मैंने गलत।
Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with, and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects. Don't
Produce
use
all
it
at
all
once.
at once, alright?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
You just letting me
You're
have
just
it,
letting me have
but
it?
you said a
You
rare
said
valuable.
it's a
Yeah, about
Oh,
that. I lied. It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep
If
it. It's
is
not.
fine.
Never.
All right, that's all from me.
You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right?
We are friends.
We're friends.
Yeah, I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find even in those ruins. And as for remembering her, I have far too much to do when I get back. No time to reminisce. I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive. But either way, I expect I'll forget you pretty quickly.
Okay, dangerous नहीं कुछ। ये पर अच्छा डेंड्रोन रिपियस है, पर मेरे पे लोमा वगैरह नहीं है। फिर भी नाहिदा के साथ क्या अच्छा चलेगी? सिनर्जी कैसे हो पता लगाना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा। नेफर का किट भी अच्छे से मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है, जस्ट आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट किया हूँ और कुछ नहीं किया इस वाला अपडेट के बाद मैंने।
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to be made. If not...
Please, sir, lower your blade.
You are lucky.
You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the Eab people. The ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory. Others...
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing...
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over...
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news.
Some
Some
information.
information that recently came to light, which might just be your ticket to free. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great archaeological interest to the Academia. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering
Offer 50 million more
mora
return.
in return for
Arre baap re.
excavation rights.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as
50
important
million
as
are
you
low.
say,
Don't you think?
50 million's a little low.
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force. Wasn't that the first step in your rise to power?
To drive
To
away,
drive away the
you-
Unut and steal
Unut,
their water
Unut.
supply?
So what if
What
it
if-
was?
ये अब होगा fight शायद.
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as I cut their heads off one by one.
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You don't want to make an enemy of the Academia. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you?
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent
Excellent
news.
news.
In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eab hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together. In
Moment of occasion. The prospect of the day wealth is. अरे भाई इतना जल्दी shocking news. Right.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've...
Have been taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Take it
Yes,
back.
Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military superiority.
Indeed.
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
If there is a
Perhaps
theater in
traitor.
Wonderland.
I
Don't think.
I don't.
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the Academia will only deal with the de facto power holders. If you cannot regain control over the well, I'm afraid you won't see a single mora of that 50 million.
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I
That's
swear
alright.
the Unut will not get away with this. That well is ours. And so is the
Is
mora.
Mora.
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor,
I will find them
will
and
find
maintain.
them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back as soon as I have an update.
Much obliged. Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger.
What's
What
an amazing
feeling.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Eab, yes?
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the desert region. So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the Academia, what would you do?
Kill them all.
Of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. The Eab have held back our academic pursuits for too long, and our patience is wearing at the same time. There is simply no way that the Academia can be seen to be intervening in desert affairs.
We have our own rules out here. If the rainforest dwellers raised arms against a desert tribe, you'd start a bloody war.
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. The Unut have always had strained relations with the Eab, which make natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect your interests back when... Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with the legally recognized rulers of the desert in this matter. We are asking for excavation rights to that well, and our offer is 50 million more.
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest you get to work. Get us access to that well and the Morris you see, Dad? Lying is easy when you know how. People will believe anything.
सब लोग मरे पड़े हैं.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage monsters, but your butchered bodies bleed like any others. You're
One
no
not
different.
different. You are nothing to special
You're
at all.
nothing. The monsters who destroyed my home.
You are
They're
just
ordinary,
pretty
petty human beings.
What a joke.
I think we're even. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. It's a better place without all... Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. In this dog-eat-dog world, a chief needs to be tough to survive, but you couldn't do what had to be done. So I did it for you.
Neffer, it's okay. All of this is in the past now.
I believe I remember you promising to remain silent.
Yeah, but even so...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
You got this, yeah, right? It's your time to shine.
Alright,
Okay.
time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. When are we getting out of this place? Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, Alma, you tired?
Yes. If we can find somewhere to sit down, I could certainly do with a rest.
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead.
Okay. Is in this situation what situation about to reach a conclusion?
Yes.
Really? A temple? That's where this story ends? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
I've been to a similar place with a friend at a desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or so everyone says. I never wanted to believe it, but looking back now, I'm as desert as they come.
You mentioned a temple. What's waiting for?
My biggest trade secret of all.
Ah,
Biggest secret.
then
Okay.
I'm guessing it's where you got your power from. The power to peer into other people's minds.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religions.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru, but
And the
since
seven
you come
pillars
from
who
the
served
desert,
him. They
I
are
imagine
major
it
figures to
has
desert
something to
belief
do with King
belief
Deshret.
system. Okay.
Sounds impressive.
I have some friend with connection to this stuff, especially with क्या Harm क्या नाम है भाई?
Oh, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino.
हाँ,
The spirit of Hermanubis dwells within him.
That's Boss Neffer, yeah. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know
but I
about
know
Sethos
Sethos
too.
What about him? Is he a big deal or something?
Well, he's not a small deal, let's
Yes,
put it
put it
that
right.
way.
You sure know your stuff.
Please, this is the bare bone basics. Save the flattery. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in. With any luck, that's our exit just up ahead. It all adds up.
Wait, मैं अभी आया दोस्तों, जरा 2 मिनट.
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by their unstoppable force. And if you try to ignore them entirely, you'll end up tearing yourself to pieces. Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool. Why does Ashru sit up on the counter? To welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
यो यो चलो आ गया. अरे भाई इसका आइडल एनिमेशन तो बढ़िया है नेफर का. चलिए बढ़िया है. मेरे को तो काफी अच्छा ही लगा. ओके. कुछ तरफ जाना है। इसका वेपन बहुत मस्त है, किसी के भी कैरेक्टर को वो यूज कर सकता हूँ ज्यादातर, और ये निकल जाए तो मजा आ जाए इस वेपन।
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. Like, look at that statue, for instance. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never seen anything like it before.
मैं तो देखेगी वैसे।
A statue with the
हेलो
head of a
सर जी,
bird.
फेस कैम नहीं दिख रहा, फेस कैम बंद है।
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look. Okay, cutscene, go. तो नेफर का बिल्लू है।
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
ब्लैक दिख रहा है वो इमेज तो। हाँ ब्लैक, अरे मैं फेस कैम बंद करके रखा हूँ,
At this
बस क्या ही नहीं।
point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Almost over. Okay. अब ये तो रेडियर है। क्या पावरफुल है भाई रेडियर इसका।
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
किसका नाइट है भाई?
How repulsive.
क्या फ्लिंस का आवाज है क्या ये? वो बाहर आ गए सब लोग। अच्छा कोलम भी ना थी और डेंस लेफ्ट। अरे भाई फाइनली बाहर निकल गए उस ढकोसले के अंदर से। क्या करसीन था भाई।
Timed that pretty well, didn't I?
You certainly did.
It's
Thank you.
okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Neffer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really?
Rerir को मैं trap कर दिया।
Well, To be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab fled and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple, and there he made a deal. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing analysis. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, you could conclude that the Ibis King simply wanted to give the people of this world the power to seek the truth.
I don't believe
but
that.
I don't believe that's the full. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any humans, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit this.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few. As you rightly point out, this is an act of favoritism.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Wraither of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been most fruitful indeed.
Dude, अगर मैं सच बताऊं इस बार 50-50 हार्ड भी जाओ तो दिक्कत नहीं है क्योंकि सामने ड्यूरेड आ रहा है भाई वो गारंटेड हो जाएगा एक्चुअली 50-50 जीत जाओ तब भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है अगर हार जाओ तब भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है कौन बैठे हैं भगवान के भरोसे 50-50 जीता तो भी सही ना जीता तो भी सही घंटा फर्क पड़ता है फिर भी 50-50 जीतना किसको पसंद नहीं है at the to Crimson Moon Dynasty, unwilling to take down his beloved Soldonids, who was the secretary of Crimson Moon heritage. He the got dragged into a court. साउंड का क्या भाई गेम का is there is entirely was utterly destroyed. It is was pushed down through this falling into a hands to the nave. What is the other side? That portal. It is really for the other world. Reader of world.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
भाई मेरे कैरेक्टर का साउंड भी उड़ा दिया इन लोगों ने.
A tragic tale, to be sure.
थोड़ा बहुत जगह पे साउंड है, बाकी जगह साउंड नहीं दिया.
It does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Notcry. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot...
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama, any thought?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. Some sources speak of
innocent knowledge,
others
gateway to
others, the term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses. We cannot know whether
what
it truly exists.
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command, but...
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes.
The
moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as Neffer mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power. And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Rahier of Solnari. I'm afraid this is one mystery we may have to leave unsolved for now.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rahier of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart.
But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
I could not agree more.
The power of the Abyss most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its lifespan unnaturally, it will continue to survive in spite of everything. This raises some interesting questions. I will run. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Neffer for conducting such a thorough...
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information...
Hey! What is it, Dainslev? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And the skies are host to many more mysteries than these alone. Yet, none of that can begin to compare with the complexity of human life.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Neffer needs some time to recover.
That's very thoughtful of you, Lama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan.
Hey. Back to the hood though. Sit with Paimon while discuss what happened.
Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. Nice room. Oh, I'm not coming.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not look the part, but I'm technically a knight. Barging into people's private quarters isn't the kind of thing we do. Anyway, Neffer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chess set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the 5 sinners. Their powers are beyond our comprehension. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before that happens.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case.
How long will you have to go?
Well, I asked her that same question. She talked for a long time, but for the most part, it seemed like she was trying to convince me how precious her chess set is. What a long and storied history it has. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway, after all that, she finally answered the question.
2 days at most.
2 days? Holy moly!
Holy
Can we
moly.
even recruit enough help in that time?
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. But given how little time we have, there's no way we can pull this off without his help. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. I appreciate it. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together and came up with a plan. Can't promise it's gonna work yet, but at least it's a... We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so...
That's what we are thinking. First was worker. Is shocking friend, but nothing can face greatest traveler and Rush traveling guide Teyvat. It doesn't take you long to get behind it.
We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your boss. You're well within your rights to refuse if you...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us against the Raher of Solnari, or not.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know.
Yes, we are on a very night.
I like to think there's an art to striking a down-to-earth tone even when the stakes are through the roof.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, to be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you really willing to take all...
I want to do everything within my power. The Raher of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce the risk for everyone else involved.
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost abnormal. As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards danger without a moment's hesitation. Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestion.
ओहो कौन कौन है आइनो डोरी लोमा नेफर.
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we...
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rerir and the Wild Hunt's behavioral patterns. His conclusions are as follows. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rerir has never displayed any ability to manipulate the dimension of space. So it's unlikely he has any power in that domain. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation, he'll choose to fight every time. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, he's consumed by hatred, both for the moon and for his enemies. Turns out, we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed his private memories without permission. He'll be baying for blood, not looking to escape.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt, those all seem like valid observations to me.
Understood. Then I will defer to the verdict of the group.
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo and Durin are carrying out their part as we speak.
Plan approved. Scheduling.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's light this baby up.
The Frost Moon Psyop.
And the rest of you?
Yes, सब तैयार है.
No objections? All right. Then it's settled. This is the plan we're going with. Next.
Wait, we can still back out of this?
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things through.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of Favonius.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please and thank you. A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of Favonius.
Heh. Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flint's and I will absolutely support it.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted our help. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangama Bay.
Lord Sangama Bay.
So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea here? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. Ugh, I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise?
Oh, does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around?
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Notcry is gonna go down the drain!
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business
ये क्वेश्चन
relationship
खत्म होने के
and
बाद
she
भाई
was
पूरा
worried
करना
that
है यार
something
मेरे को
bad might
फ्रीना
happen
के
to me.
ऊपर.
So,
जल्दी से
she
खत्म
wanted
हो
me to
ये
have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kovaki, and then Neffer went and used it all up at once. Never lost so big in my life.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set? And we call it even.
भाग वो तो कभी नहीं देगी
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari. Deal?
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy for me.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
अब कोई cutscene nah looking for Dory
Dory! How are things going? Feeling...
Oh, I was born ready.
2
We
days
only have 2
Lord
days. Think Lord Sangama Bay would let an opportunity
Opportunity
like this
slip
don't
by.
forget.
Slip
When
by.
something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the
hire the
highest price
sellers
of all.
can get
Even
advance orders.
ta-da! See? It's right here.
Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it?
I had an idea where so skilled with your hands
No, I have a supplier. We go way back. So he made me a
reactive
very...
offer
No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kave to make them for you.
काफी to make the बढ़िया
That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project between me and the Dendro Archon.
okay Dahida के साथ क्या
Mage
project है
Alice once warned
Mage
me
Alice once
that
warned
this
me.
world won't stay
Okay.
safe forever.
ये भी Alice को जानती
There
है
may come a day when everyone faces a great crisis. I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a
ये
research
reflection
team
कितना मस्त है
made
भाई
up of
यहाँ
Sumeru's
से
top scholars to invent
मस्त लग रहा है
technology that could keep people safe. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kave to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kashara War talents, he was the obvious choice. Took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a final product. Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kave. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? And what's your proposed use case? Has it been approved? So nosy. My fault for sending him the...
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're always so secret.
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's
But
hope there never has to be a use
because
case.
would involve
Because
a
it would
grave danger
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. I wouldn't want to be without it, given the... Huh? What does that look...
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've ever seen you actually get serious about something.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big beaming smile. There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor,
Show some
or
kindness.
Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor
investor.
I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord, and more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens, I want
and
to
make
make
sure
sure
Dendro
that Dendro
Archon
Archon
all of the
Sumeru
Sumeru
is
prepared
prepared to
face
whatever
whatever
comes.
comes. Do you never intend to walk for it back to the...
Oh, that? I was just making sure Neffer and I are square. Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. I'm no saint, so don't treat me like something I'm not. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but it usually does. That's the Lord's Song of a Babe business model.
All right, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much.
Favorite assistance. Okay. अब हिसी आइलैंड इतना बड़ा आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट है भाई. लोक अल्बेडो एंड ड्यूरिन. हेलो, क्या हाल है भाई दोनों का?
Traveler, Paimon.
Good to see you.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware,
You
Varka,
captured
Durin, and I
some
captured some
abyssal
abyssal
creature
creatures from the
Wydad.
further plan. We dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very
These
smoothly.
feelings, however, come with
The
some
findings, however,
troubling
come with some
conclusion.
troubling implications.
What? You
implication.
can actually dissect the wild hunt?
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and dissection.
Dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the wild hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Certology.
What's the
But
mental
she
years?
I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become today. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a... Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal power. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the Rehir of Solnari either.
Oh, that's terrible news. So, that's
We
it?
can defeat it, not even we get here to power 3 wounds.
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her own survival.
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot. This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip.
I will be heading
Durin and
off,
I will...
but
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please be careful.
All right then.
stay safe. Okay, his island completed. Of Nasha town, probably. Durin and Loma से बात करना है. ओहो, सब लोग यहाँ पे गैदर हुए हैं.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands,
Yeah, no,
Grand
Ashoka,
Master
please keep them
Varka.
safe.
My lady.
What you were
Within
saying?
the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I
Yes.
believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right for me. That means fighting
Your
for the
future
of
for
not
more,
cry.
not cry. Future
This
further not
gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence,
follow his
Hey
lead.
everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you safe and sound.
भाई ये वर्का ये स्पीच देने में अच्छा नहीं है। कोलामिना डांसलेव से बात होगा अब। कोलामिना डांसलेव आई थिंक लास्ट बची है नेफर और जहोडा, इन लोगों से बात होगा। Oh, cutscene.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainslev?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated...
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainslev is yours. But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we...
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainslev?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times.
I'm lying down to
Sometimes
be dead.
I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times, I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
It has been too long.
It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and...
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or sentimental. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
He's your friend, okay.
He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life.
Some friendship that?
Some friendship that is.
Okay. So,
You
do you plan to fight him with us?
Fight with him.
You
ये
see,
fight करेगा मेरे को इतना लग रहा
you're
है.
torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done in a new light.
I need some time.
Of course.
I
completely understand. Anyone, actually. I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. A warrant was even put out for my arrest. And even now, they still support me.
I was wrong
Which
about them
means-
all along.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
They've been listening.
Shall we say hello?
अरे भाई, eavesdrops.
Hello.
They caught us!
I'm sorry, we are just concerned about you.
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Recher of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little time, but I will see.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be so grateful to hear that.
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to if...
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're willing to join us.
Okay. अब नेफर प्रिंस से बात
It's nearly showtime. Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know
क्या
the
फाइट क्या इसी क्वेस्ट में है या अगले क्वेस्ट तक इंतजार करना पड़ेगा?
Bring it.
देखो देखो दोनों को.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting here
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on my past battle. When I was awakened by the Radniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like the battlefield was not where I belonged. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. A life of absolute peace is simply not a possibility for me. My restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly ideal. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in this endeavor.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves.
But don't worry,
But
I got enough
don't worry.
sleep.
I got enough sleep in the end.
Thanks for everything.
Please.
Neffer! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Neffer will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly. Using her latest
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
Okay, okay.
Chestnut's looking a little
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to engage.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we still have the...
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Okay, Paimon, जा छुप जा.
Be careful, traveler!
I will.
Okay, अब होगा खतरनाक scene.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this fight.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
भाई कट सीन दिखाओ यार, लोडिंग सीन नहीं देखना. ओहो.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
अरे मेरे को लॉमा यूज करता था. लॉमा का एलिमेंटल स्किल.
Transgression.
अरे.
Close your eyes. The moonlight betrays you.
भाई इतने सारे कैरेक्टर्स हैं.
Hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Forest, protect us.
You to hunt him down. Be silent. Observe. The moonlight.
वो आइनो कार्ड ऑटोमेटिक आ गया.
One heart, we pray.
No more lies. Shameless.
अल्ट आ जा. भाई नेफर का डैमेज बहुत बढ़िया है भाई.
With the moon, and so shall it end. Moonlight.
The moon will protect you.
किसको मारना है, कहाँ मारना है भाई? ये सारा.
Close your eyes.
When will it be as you foretold?
क्या सामने आ भाई तू भाई रोटेशन की ऐसी तैसी हो गई यार भाई हराम को रहे कहाँ पे इस तरह से मार रहा है सारा हराम को
Forest, protect us.
पी दबा रहा हूँ हो कहाँ रहा है भाई ओके समझ गया जब पास आ ओके
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Moonlight betrays you.
और बनने वाला है हरामखोर
It's all futile. Be silent. Observe.
Stay your hand.
भाई मरियो मत लो मरियो मत अरे इसका अल्ट क्यों नहीं आता
With one heart.
Be silent. Close your eye. It's all futile. Hunt them down.
The deception ends here. No more lies.
Pathetic. Hunt them down.
No.
Futile.
Absurd. Can't hide the truth.
Pathetic.
भाई ये मारे जा रहा है हरामखोर तो अभी इतना पावरफुल है
For the everlasting forest.
Futile.
No more lies. The mystery unravels.
Pathetic.
ये मार क्यों नहीं रहा हरामखोर मर जा
Heroics is over.
हेल्थ कम नहीं हो रहा
Who wants to go first?
ओके फिर से हेल्थ भर गया इस हरामखोर का
Out of my sight.
सबका हेल्थ फुल हो गया ना आई थिंक
No!
ओके नेफर
We've been separated.
Destroyed.
You okay?
Reborn.
Neffer, where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Lauma! Can you hear me?
इसका हेल्थ इतना बट धीरे धीरे कम हो रहा है ना क्या बताऊं गुस्सा आ रहा है वो
To the plan. Remember my most important task. Just follow him. If you follow him for long enough, the moment will come.
भाई हार्ड रोड है का इतना जल्दी अल्ट क्यों आ रहा है इस बार
Can't hide the truth.
अरे सबसे पहले ये हाइड्रो ट्रैवलर दिया क्यों है मेरे को ये वाहियात सा सबसे वाहियात ट्रैवलर ये इसका चार्ज अटैक से ज्यादा डैमेज आता है ना नेफर को
The mystery unravels. No more lies.
Bombs away!
It all adds up. It all falls into place. It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
क्या डैमेज हो रहा है या नहीं घंटा कुछ नहीं हो रहा
It all adds up. No more lies. Let's see what you're made of. Let's see what you're made of. Can't hide the truth.
तो क्या मेरे को करना क्या है मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मुझे करना क्या है उसके बाद जाके कुछ तो करना है शायद। ओके शील्ड आ गया।
Don't push your luck. It all adds up.
Yes. अब तो रिचार्ज नहीं हो रहा।
The mystery unravels. Let's see what you're made of. No more lies. It all falls into place. It all adds up. It all falls into place.
Bombs away!
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here. Time to come clean. Let's see what you're made of.
इसका हेल्थ कम गैस कोई नहीं रहा है। कितना हेल्थ दे रहा है इस ढकोलते का?
It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
अरे भाई मैं 2 दबा के वो दबा रहा नहीं भाई।
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
कितना चार्ज अटैक उसका से दबा के 4 आ गया रे भाई। ओए ढकोल ले।
No more lies.
ओके फिर से सील इकट्ठा करो। वो साला सील गया कहाँ? मैं 2 दबा रहा हूँ ठीक है। मेरा कैरेक्टर चेंज नहीं हो रहा। अब बताओ क्या बोलूँ मैं?
There's no other way.
क्यों? नेफर एक नॉर्मल ह्यूमन है। वो रेडियन को कैसे हरा सकती है?
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Yeah, just distract कर इसको। Okay, blood.
Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be powerless to resist, and then I will
reduce
you to dust.
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are, you've backed yourself into a corner.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rerir.
Is that what you will? Now it's your turn to feel afraid.
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you!
क्या कसीन है भाई।
What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
Albedo. Okay, Albedo during Columbina.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
अरे भाई Deslip.
We won.
Yo relax, what's up? भाई क्या कट सीन है भाई, मजा आ गया.
Neffer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Neffer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever seen you.
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do something.
Even so.
Yes, you're
Okay.
right.
I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, it was a wise decision. You traded your eyes for an incredible victory. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome.
don't
And I
want to
don't
lose
want you
your
to lose your
sight
sight for
for
good.
good.
People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means faith, strength, or in this case, your ability to even. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't
Okay,
try
so
and
the
open your
Neffer
eyes just
अंधी हो
yet.
गई.
We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then,
Just follow your
please
recovery.
follow your recovery plan to the letter. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home, relax, and rest. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nodcry. All
this
in this
land.
land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day.
Thank you both.
Thank you both. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers,
I
I
also felt
also
everything
felt
they
everything.
felt.
And since Neffer's eyes were injured,
My eyes
my
hurting
eyes
now.
are hurting now too.
Huh.
Let me
Hold on.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I
describe
just thought I should tell you.
you.
You're right. There's no damage. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kutar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about yourself.
Things are a little different now from how they were.
Kutar.
I'm learning to share how I truly
Kutar.
feel with my friends.
Friends. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
पेंसिल को छोटे सीन के लिए दिखाया गया था उसके फाइट में, पर भाई बैडास था क्या सीन। और वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कटसीन ब्रो भाई। 6.0 में क्या कटसीन है भाई, मजा आ गया। 5 पॉइंट का जो पैच था उससे भी बढ़िया।
How you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to work.
Phew. Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole
पता
day.
नहीं नेक्स्ट आर्कन को स्टॉप कब आएगा।
Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How is the food?
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down to sleep.
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Barker and the others are organizing a victory feast and they want to celebrate. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so guess you won't be needing them if you're feeling up to it. Let's head over now. Wouldn't want to keep them waiting. We're here!
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Neffer?
How are her eyes doing?
Neffer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Hey Neffer, where are you? I think से आँख ठीक हो गया। शुक्र है तो अंधी नहीं हुई।
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well?
Much better, thanks to good rest of it.
Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes while they're still healing.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do with an extra pair of hands.
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. I'll grab us some drinks.
You bet! Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it.
Sure thing!
What's on your mind?
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of no, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred everywhere. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say.
Because he didn't like seeing people go down this.
Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. But me? I think hatred is a perfectly justifiable emotion. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. That's why the Academia turned their back on him, and why the other tribes ganged up on him. Oh, Father. How much better things could have been. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than... He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answers. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return what he gave to me.
Definitely sound like a father and...
So that's enough for you to decide he's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? You can't work... It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making. But it's still human nature to... They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think?
I agree.
Good. If you understand... If you ask me, the soul of a liar really... For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to...
I have a feeling some people over there may have overheard that.
So be it. They have sharp ears.
I can't keep anything from them. It is that your way to saying you've been warmed up them.
Wow, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence world, you need to have a sense of perspective and play your hand accordingly. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend.
Don't forget, I will also
be watching you like a hawk. Very good.
Oh wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, I want
actually
to remember
something.
after all that build-up, our mystery ally never...
Mystery ally? Okay, mystery ally. Dance rub की बात कर रहा है यहाँ पे.
Huh? Am I imagining things?
खत्म finally. हेलो कुछ तो खत्म हो जाना चाहिए था ना. अभी जस्ट खत्म होने का वो आया मेरे को जो आता है पर कोई कटसीन दिखाएगा उसके बाद फिर से.
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while.
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt he won't lie low forever.
अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुआ कुछ. Are you serious? Okay. Story. ये वाला फालतू का ये वाला ना करो तुम.
I must thank you.
Why
come and ask me when you clearly know?
I mostly came to...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your card.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great...
Huh?
Let's see. The first plot of land...
Stop! What What do you think?
Not exposing my
It's nothing to hide
investigation
from.
history.
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's... You did it for Sumeru.
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use, and disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. Where everyone could live happy lives. It was something I looked into. But after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, I decided on a more effective. The tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora. It just made the most sense.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that.
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's
I love
human
what
nature. So yes, I love.
But surely you have dreams of your own
You wanna
beyond.
make
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And, you know, make a nice... Just thinking about it makes me happy.
Thank you.
For the device.
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor.
Seems like we've both been away from home.
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother, father.
Yeah. Though it's been years since my sister. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... Memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain, my sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones...
Yeah, that's true. If you...
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house. But you've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets?
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
ये क्वेश्चन इन्हें नहीं हुआ क्या? यहाँ पे करेक्ट करने का तो ऑप्शन आ जाना चाहिए था. सवार का ड्यूरिन और अल्बेडो. ओके. बैठने का जगह कहाँ है? बैठने का जगह तो मेरे को. मैं बैठ नहीं सकता. बताओ ये लोग इसे बैठ सकते हैं. मेरे को ये रहा शिट करके बात करूँगा. ठीक है.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the...
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean,
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace. It's important.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
You learned.
Sure.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry, I'll blend into society.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner. Just like, to be totally honest though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained.
Don't worry, that's...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvak when facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise...
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. but we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision...
Absolutely. He was torn between two paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike anyway. However you cut it, everyone gave us...
Okay, I hope आप किसी से अभी भी बात करना है किसी से. कौन बाकी है? लाउमा. I think लाउमा. वही बाकी है आखिरी में. Okay.
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all...
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please, Seed Lady
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Oh.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Silnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I...
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's... My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this note...
Whoa! Pretty hefty note.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far... And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the... Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer. Who else? Pretty much all the mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like...
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked. I honored his request. But I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer, Alain Guillotin, disappear like that.
So... that's where the...
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that Alain's work was like epic poetry. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him. And Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly but beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. The apocalypse would arrive. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their hearts. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect. And it grew into something that ate away at their soul. The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some suspicions about Renee's motives. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then. The next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that swallowed up the world. And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. Though of course by then it was far too late. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of saving the world? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him as he pursued his delusional dream? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Doesn't surprise me. You share one thing in common, after all. You both want to be the savior. The only difference is, your dream came true, and his... well, he wasn't the one who made it come true. I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. And still managed to get himself lost in a labyrinth of his own desires. Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Artificer. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, Alain lost his friends and family. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like Alain sacrificed them for his cause or anything. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to the abyss. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful of it, having seen the way it had affected his closest friend. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual comfort. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his life. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute needed someone, and a human being, to see its story through to the end. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched in his adult life. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be at the very end. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would and that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz Institute who both wanted to save the world. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back, and ended up calmly sinking to the bottom of the deepest sea. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life, even though he wasn't sure where he was going. I do sometimes wonder, why is it that people like them have such grand hopes of saving the world? Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission to save the world began with a very simple desire: to save themselves. They were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires to explore the meaning of life. ambitions to have. They didn't want to see all of that taken away in one fell swoop. Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the chaos. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the... Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he was in his... He gave the exact no elaboration. Just a quick short answer. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the house. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostic.
चलो फाइनली क्वेस्ट खत्म हुआ। इतना लंबा क्वेस्ट फाइनली एंड होते हुए एक एक्वेंटेंस फेट हमारे पॉकेट में आ गया है और यहाँ से 550 प्रीमो जेम्स और उसके साथ साथ 10 फुल भी करेंगे पुरीना के बैनर पे। ठीक है, सबसे पहले जो अब मेरा रिचुअल है वो करता हूँ, क्या पता लक खुल जाए मेरा। जाएंगे इनाजुमा मारुकामी श्राइन, लक चेक करेंगे क्या लक है मेरा। वैसे भी कुछ भी लक हो खोलना तो वैसे भी है, पर ग्रेट फॉर्च्यून तो बनता है ना, मेरे को चाहिए ग्रेट फॉर्च्यून। भाई ग्रेट फॉर्च्यून दिया तो मज़ा आ जाएगा, सच बता रहा हूँ। फॉर्च्यून स्लिप बॉक्स सही तो खोल लिया, इससे बात करना ना। वो किंडो क्या नाम है जो भी, रिंगो सबमिट दो। मेरा फॉर्च्यून क्या है देखता हूँ आज, क्या है मेरा फॉर्च्यून। यहाँ पे रहता है ना फॉर्च्यून स्लिप, ये रहा रेड मॉडेस्ट फॉर्च्यून। ओके, मॉडेस्ट फॉर्च्यून भी इतना बुरा नहीं है, पर फिर भी ट्राई करते हैं फुरीना के बैनर पे। लेट्स गो, क्या हमको मिलेगा फुरीना। कितना पुल्स होता है पहले वो तो देख दूँ। 5 होगा क्या, 4, पूरा 10 पुल है। 10 के 10 पुल फुरीना वाले बैनर पे जाएगा। गोल्ड, गोल्ड आ गया, गोल्ड आ गया भाई, गोल्ड आ गया। फुरीना प्लीज प्लीज भाई, मेरा भाई धक धक कर ले रहा है मेरे को भाई। फुरीना दे दो, फुरीना प्लीज, मैं हारना नहीं चाहता। ओ C1 फुरीना, यो बॉय। डबल भाई, डबल नहीं मिला बट C1 मिल गया यार फुरीना का। मजा आ गया दोस्तों भाई, मजा आ गया भाई। स्क्रीनशॉट चाहिए मेरे को, स्क्रीनशॉट चाहिए भाई। स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं ले सकता भाई, शिट यार। फोटो तो ले लूंगा भाई फोन से ही। मेरा एक दोस्त बोल रहा था मैं हार जाऊंगा, साले इसको भेजता हूँ, देख मेरे को क्या मिला भाई। फुरीना C1, यो बॉय। C1 फुरीना, लेट्स गो बेबी भाई। मजा आ गया, मजा आ गया यार भाई, मजा आ गया। याओ याओ का भी C1 हो गया। हे भाई, मेरा लक तो है, मानना पड़ेगा। अर्ली आ गया इस बार भी। कितना पिटी, 45 या 45 पिटी में मिल गया फुरीना। भाई 45 पिटी में फुरीना मिल गया, मजा आ गया भाई। क्या बोलूं, इतना खुशी आज तक नहीं हुआ, इतना खुशी आज तक नहीं हुआ भाई। रियली C1 फुरीना मिलते हुए आज का स्ट्रीम खत्म हो रहा है। जरा देख लो इससे होगा क्या। Furina gets 150 fanfare. Additionally, Furina's fanfare limit increased by 100. Yo boy, मजा आ गया भाई। ये है मेरा दूसरा कैरेक्टर जिसका कॉन्स्टेलेशन अनलॉक हो चुका है आर्ले के बाद। आर्ले C1 फुरीना C1 और नेक्स्ट पैच में क्या पता आर्ले का C2 भी आ जाए तो मजा आ जाएगा दोस्तों। और मेरा आईडी भाई लकी है, मानना पड़ेगा, मेरा आईडी लिटरली बहुत लकी है। लास्ट टाइम से मैंने जितनी बार भी पुल किया ना अर्ली आया है लिटरली ब्रो। आई एम द लकीस्ट पर्सन। नहीं भाई मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा भाई, मेरा लक चला जाएगा। मैं अनलकी हूँ भाई, छोड़ो मैं अनलकी हूँ, मैं लकी हूँ ही नहीं, मैं अनलकी हूँ जो मेरे को फुरीना का C1 मिला है। रियली भाई मैं अनलकी हूँ। चलो दोस्तों फुरीना का C1 के साथ साथ आज स्ट्रीम को एंड किया जाए। और मैं तो बहुत खुश हूँ और जो लोग सोच रहे थे मैं हारूंगा वो लोग सुन ले भाई, तुम लोग बोलते रहो यार, मैं जीतता जाऊंगा। थैंक यू, तुम लोग और बोलो, तुम लोग जितना बोलोगे मैं उतना जीतूंगा। और आज के स्ट्रीम को वहीं पे खत्म करते हैं दोस्तों। तब तक के लव यू, टेक केयर ऑल एंड गुड बाय, बाय बाय।